A copay is a fixed amount, like $25, you pay for a doctor's visit. Coinsurance is a percentage of the cost, so you might pay 20% of a hospital bill while your insurance pays the other 80%. Finally, there's the out-of-pocket maximum. This is the absolute most you'll have to pay for covered services in a plan year. Once you've spent this amount on deductibles, co-payments, and coinsurance, your insurance plan pays 100% of the costs for covered benefits. This is a crucial safety net that protects you from catastrophic medical expenses. It's your financial ceiling for healthcare costs in a given year. All right, now that we have the basic vocabulary down, let's explore the different types of plans you'll encounter. It can feel like an alphabet soup, but we'll sort it out. The three most common types are HMO, PPO, and EPO. First, let's look at HMOs, which stands for Health Maintenance Organization. With an HMO, you typically have to use doctors, hospitals, and specialists that are within its network of providers. Think of the network as a club. If you go outside the club, your insurance likely won't cover it, except in an emergency. HMOs often require you to choose a primary care physician or a PCP. This is your main doctor who manages your care. If you need to see a specialist, like a cardiologist or a dermatologist, you'll usually need a referral from your PCP first. Because they manage care so tightly, HMO plans often have lower premiums. Next up, PPOs, or Preferred Provider Organizations. PPOs offer more flexibility than HMOs. You still have a network of doctors and hospitals, and you'll pay less if you use them. However, the big difference is that you have the freedom to go out of network for care without a referral. If you do go out of network, your insurance will still help pay, but you'll have a higher deductible and copay. You also don't usually need to choose a primary care physician or get referrals to see specialists. This flexibility comes at a cost, so PPO premiums are generally higher than HMOs. Then there's the EPO, or Exclusive Provider Organization. An EPO is kind of a hybrid. Like an HMO, it only covers care from doctors and hospitals within its network, except for emergencies. You won't get coverage for out-of-network care. But, like a PPO, you usually don't need a PCP or referrals to see specialists, as long as they are in the network. EPOs can offer a good balance between the lower costs of an HMO and some of the flexibility of a PPO. So, where do you get these plans? Most people get their health insurance through their job. This is called employer-sponsored insurance. Your company often pays a portion of your premium, which can make it a very affordable option. They'll typically offer a few different plan choices during an annual open enrollment period. If you're self-employed, a freelancer, or your job doesn't offer insurance, you can buy a plan on your own through the health insurance marketplace, also known as the exchange, created by the Affordable Care Act. You can go to healthcare.gov to see what's available in your state. Depending on your income, you might qualify for financial assistance, called subsidies, to help lower your monthly premium and out-of-pocket costs. It's definitely worth checking out. So you have a plan, but what does it actually cover? Thanks to the Affordable Care Act, all marketplace and most employer plans must cover a set of 10 essential health benefits. This ensures you have a baseline of comprehensive coverage. These benefits include things you'd expect, like emergency services, hospitalization, and prescription drugs. But they also include a lot more. For example, ambulatory patient services, which is just a fancy way of saying outpatient care you get without being admitted to a hospital. It also covers maternity and newborn care, mental health, and substance use disorder services, including behavioral health treatment. Preventive and wellness services are also a huge part of this. This means things like your annual checkups, flu shots, and various screenings like mammograms and colonoscopies are often covered at no cost to you. The goal is to catch health issues early or prevent them altogether. It's about proactive health, not just reactive care. The list also includes rehabilitative and habilitative services and devices, which help people recover skills after an injury or illness, or gain skills they never had. Laboratory services and pediatric services, including oral and vision care for children, are also on that list of essentials. Now, let's circle back to the idea of a network. This is one of the most important concepts to grasp. An insurance company negotiates discounted rates with a specific group of doctors, hospitals, and clinics. This group is called the plan's network. When you visit a provider who is in-network, you get the benefit of those negotiated rates. Your costs are lower. If you see a doctor who is out of network, they haven't agreed to any discounted rates with your insurer. This means you could be responsible for a much larger portion of the bill, or even the entire bill, depending on your plan type. Some plans, like HMOs and EPOs, might not cover out-of-network care at all, except in a true emergency. That's why before you make an appointment or have a procedure, it is crucial to check if the provider and the facility are in your plan's network. You can usually do this by checking the insurance company's website or calling them directly. All right, you've absorbed a ton of information. Now, for the practical part, how do you actually choose a plan and use it wisely? This is especially key for first-time buyers or young adults who might be getting insurance for the first time. First, don't just look at the premium. A plan with a low monthly premium might seem like a great deal, but it could have a very high deductible. This means you'd have to pay a lot of money out of pocket before your insurance starts helping. Think about your own health needs. Are you generally healthy and only visit the doctor for an annual checkup? A high deductible plan might be fine. Do you have a chronic condition or take regular prescriptions? A plan with a lower deductible and better prescription coverage might be worth the higher premium. It's a balancing act. When you're comparing plans, you'll be given a document called the Summary of Benefits and Coverage, or SBC. This is your cheat sheet. It's a standardized document that lets you easily compare plans side by side. It lays out the deductibles, copays, out-of-pocket maximums, and what the plan pays for various services in a simple, easy-to-read format. Make this your best friend during open enrollment. If you take any prescription medications, there's another crucial thing to check: the drug formulary. This is the list of prescription drugs covered by your plan. Formularies are often tiered. Tier 1 drugs are usually generic and will be the cheapest. Higher tiers include more expensive, brand-name drugs. Before you enroll, make sure your necessary medications are on the formulary and check which tier they're in so you know what to expect to pay at the pharmacy. Once you have your plan, don't be afraid to use it. That's what it's for. Schedule that annual physical. Use the preventive care benefits that are often covered at 100%. If you're feeling unwell, call your primary care physician. And remember, if you're struggling with your mental health, your plan includes benefits for that too. There's no shame in seeking help, and your insurance is there to support you. Choosing a health insurance plan is a big decision, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. By understanding the key terms, comparing the different plan types, and carefully considering your own health and financial situation, you can make an informed choice. This isn't just about managing costs for 1 year. It's about investing in your long-term health and well-being. You're giving yourself peace of mind, and that's priceless. I hope this breakdown was helpful and made the world of health insurance a little less intimidating. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We can all learn from each other's experiences. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content to help you navigate your adulting journey. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.